Yo, so I was about to make a different video, but I was looking at my reed cases here. So I've got like 2 cases full of 3.5s, and they're all kind of like different types and stuff. At least as far as I know, I haven't. I don't really even like pay attention to what reed I put on. I just like if I have them marked like a few times, like I'll just judge it by how much I've like marked it. I don't really like look at because I kind of like just buy the reeds mainly off of which one doesn't look too expensive. I like V12s. I don't like them as much these days now. I don't know. Okay, I mean, I don't know. The thing about reeds is like, first of all, I'm gonna do a reed comparison, but I mean, all these reeds are like already like played and broken in. I'm not gonna do it like straight out of the box. And I am gonna say what they are. I'm not gonna just like, even though like I personally like I just kind of use whatever, but um, uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, these are all already kind of played. Some are maybe a little older than others, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if we could hear maybe a little bit of a difference over this camera. So I don't know. I got 2 boxes of these, and I've been playing a bunch of different instruments, and I kind of have lost track of my reeds a little bit, so I don't really know which ones are like in good shape, which ones need a little work. So I don't know. This one's a Rico Reserve Classic 3.5. So let's start with that. Anyways, well, I'm gonna get like carried away. Anyway, this is like how my practice goes these days. I can't like. That's why I just started recording it, because I don't know. Anyways, well, the point I'm kind of trying to make is that the reeds, once you've broken them in, and you've maybe adjusted them, maybe not, but I mean you've broken them in. Uh, in my experience, it doesn't really matter like what the cut is. Almost like they all kind of just generally play how you want them. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm gonna listen back myself and like hear some differences, but I don't know. Well, there's a good playing sample. Let's go ahead and switch to a different one. So don't get like carried away. I don't want to make like a. I mean, last video I got real carried away. I didn't. That was really not intentional, honestly. Like, okay, so that's what that was. Rico Reserve Classic 3.5. That's what that is right there. What's this? This is a Vandoren V12 3.5. I think. Wait a second. Wait, no, this is a V12 say V12 on it, doesn't it? No, this is a blue box 3.5 or what? Like, okay, that's a blue box 3.5. Okay. For some reason, I thought the blue box had a different cut there. Nah, whatever. This one's pretty old, I could tell it, but we'll see. Ay. Awkward setting the reed on camera. I'm like really fairly OCD about that. Try to do it quickly. I don't mean to like. Imagine like mostly clarinet players are gonna watch this. I mean, you know how it goes. Ay, dude. Like, holy cow. Okay, well, I wonder how that came out through that. That was terrible, dude. Like, don't click off, I swear. So this one is obviously one that would use adjustment. Ay. Maybe I should set this off as like a one I should use for like a video on that. I don't know, because I don't really know how to do that. I just do it kind of like intuitively, and I have my first teacher did kind of tell me how to do it, I guess, and he gave me like a little diagram showing some stuff, and I mean I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. I get it to work. You know what I mean? Like As long as it works, and this one obviously needs some a little bit of help. I think I even marked it for that purpose, so fortunately enough. So apologies, but that's what that sounds like. Well, here, I'll play that V12 I saw. Also a 3.5. That was also a 3.5, even though it sounded like a, you know, a little bit stiffer, but this one's a 3.5. V12. Vandorens. Which, for most of the time that I played a V12. But, you know, and when it comes down to it, you know, these days I haven't really played in like a big space, but I think back in the day, um, you know, it seemed like V12s had better acoustics, like when you're playing, particularly in like a band, it's pretty loud, and you gotta have like a really, like, you know, like bold sound, I guess. Um, you know, Blue Box, I like them too, it's just a little, I don't know. It definitely like sends the sound a little bit more. It's not as like bold, but it does like have really nice acoustics, the Blue Box. But anyways, here's a V12. I don't know. I don't want to get like carried away and just like, but obviously I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't know. I don't really want to play anything. You know what I mean? Because when you bring in like excerpts and stuff, then you bring in like playing it the right way and like whatnot, and it's like, yeah, you know, I'm only partially educated in these things. You know, and I don't need anybody coming in like, you have no idea how to play this instrument. You know, like I don't need to. I mean, I don't mind it. Like to be 100% honestly, but I mean, go ahead. Like I don't care. Honestly, like the internet is a lot different than it used to be, dude. Like I expected to start posting, people like start like trash talking, dude. Like like where'd that go, dude? Like seriously, I guess like you know we grew up, you know. Yeah, kind of. I mean, not really. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I personally like. Obviously, this is about the reeds, right? Not just screwing around. Like, anyways, the V12. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's a very powerful and bold sound. I think compared to the Reserve Classic I played at first, it feels a little like wider, like this. You know, it's like a block of sound. Whereas like the Reserve Classic is kind of like in the middle of what I was talking about with the Blue Box and the V12. With the Blue Box, it's like this. With the V12, it's like this, and they both like project. And with the Classic, it's kind of like in the middle of that. It's kind of like, is it doing something like that? That's exactly like, yeah. Anyways, whatever. Showing my literal like actual insanity. Okay, I mean one. Well, here's one. It's a bit different, but it's a bit broken in, so it might still count for this. It's a Rula Peak 56, whatever or something. That's what it's called, right? 3.5 plus. So it's a 3.5 plus, but you know. So these. Okay, like I know I'm saying like broken in reeds are basically, you know, they mostly feel the same. These are, I guess, unfiled or whatever they're called. I don't know. They're a different kind of cut. These and the V21s feel a lot different. I don't know. I don't like the V21s. They feel like fat on my lip, and it like I literally. So I spent a year in music college, and like the freaking second half of it, I tried getting the V21 to work because it was brand new, and I think the description sounded pretty good. So I was like, okay, it must, you know, I must be able to work, you know. I was in college, so I wasn't really ordering that many reeds, so I was stuck on that thing. And I was like, it must work, right? And it just felt weird. Like, it messed with my embouchure, and I don't know, it didn't really sound how I sounded. It was weird. So I don't mess with V21. So it's like, sorry if you're thinking about those. I don't mess with those, dude. Like, they feel weird on my lip. It's so annoying. But here's a Rula Peak. And I mean, you know, it is kind of the similar kind of cut. I don't know. I mean, you know, these I do think kind of sound different. I think these sound like chocolatey. This is how I describe these. And I mean, I don't really know if they're as acoustically like viable as the V21s or freaking blue boxes, but I do know that I think maybe like in chamber music these might be kind of, I don't know, maybe hard to say what things are for. I mean, obviously that's very subjective. I mean, it's whatever, but it is like a very chocolatey kind of like dark sound, I think. And again, dark like is kind of a weird term to use. That some people call like a muffled sound dark, and I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, but you know, that sounds weird. Hold up. Don't take that as an example. Hold on, let me just fix. Maybe this reed needs adjustment too, doesn't it? Dang, I thought more of these were kind of. This one's like not. This one isn't actually fully broken in. This one has one more blade to actually be broken in. I just want to pull it out. So maybe I'll mark it then. Oh, there we go. Wait. You know, like, it feels very different than the other ones. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't actually think I'd just like switch to it. I don't usually switch between. I mean, I don't usually play long enough these days to like really on one instrument to like be actually switching reeds in one session. So I don't know, but it is actually a little weirder than I thought it was gonna be. I like this reed now. Like, it took a second. Alright. I don't know like jazz or anything, dude. Like, I was like going from that, from like actually being like, you know, top classical to jazz is so difficult because the rhythm, the way you feel it is like technically, most of the time is technically kind of like backwards, and it's like when I first tried playing like saxophone and stuff, like, I mean, I'm still not, I can't do it, but like, or any jazz things, I was like, ay, the rhythm is so different. So, you know, so anyways. Anyways, I think that's enough on this read. I think it's like, that was obviously different. I mean, to be honest, like, it's like, so like to me it felt different on the mouth. Like it felt different just like playing it. I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Let me check the other.